Welcome to episode 15 of the TarPack podcast. We are here talking about not football this week for the first time ever in the TarPack podcast. We will get into those bowl matchups the week before they appear. We'll see what that goes. But today we're talking about basketball, UNC and NC State basketball. And we're going to start on the UNC side. We're talking about the last couple of games for each team. Carolina had Arkansas, Tennessee, Florida State, and UConn, an extraordinarily tough stretch, which isn't quite over as they have Kentucky and Oklahoma coming up this week, next week, excuse me. But the Tar Heels got a long break here, and it comes at a good time after the 87-76 loss to UConn. UConn is an incredible team. But let's start with Tennessee. The Tennessee game was one of the best offensive first halves you will ever see in college basketball against what was the number one defense in college basketball, according to Ken Palm. But it was an incredible first half performance, a pretty solid second half performance, although they did let him back in the game a little bit. 192 was the final score. Dalton Knecht for Tennessee was incredible. He had like 36 or 37. But R.J. Davis led the way along with Harrison Ingram and Armando Bacot. They had a big win there. Florida State, it wasn't the best of starts as the length, it seemed, flustered Carolina a bit. I mean, everyone on Florida State is seemingly like 6'7", 6'8", up in the 7-foot range. I mean, they're just an incredibly tall, long team. And then you get into that UConn game. I was proud of the Tar Heels' performance. I thought their effort was there. But I think UConn is an extraordinarily good team. If I had to do a preseason Final Four, I would definitely have UConn in it. They're one of the best teams in the country, no doubt. They're reigning national champions. And I thought Carolina played pretty good basketball. Cormac Ryan struggled. If he had any of those threes, we would have been much closer into this game. But I thought it was a good performance. I almost said Harrison Barnes, which is actually a pretty good comp for Harrison Ingram, by the way. Harrison Ingram, I thought should have got more shot attempts. Armando Bacot, it was tough for him dealing with 7'2" Donovan Clingan in the post, and Johnson as well in the post. Even though he still had a 13-point double-double, so he was still good in the game. Outperformed Donovan Clingan significantly. He only had like 4 points maybe.
Yeah, as I was going to say, that he would really not have been good in the whole game. Not Armando Bacot, I'm talking about that UConn 7'4" center. He had 4 fouls, and
maybe less than 4 points.
I'm pretty sure only 4 points, and then just not that many rebounds either. He had a pretty bad game.
Yeah, Armando did pretty well considering that, but R.J. Davis kept this team in it from start to finish pretty much. But yeah, I was pretty happy with the performance. I thought the bench should have played more because it did seem like Carolina was tired down the stretch with how much they were playing. But a good, solid 10 days off before we play Kentucky and Oklahoma. So I'm excited for that. Now let's get into the NC State portions. Talk about your last 2 games against Boston College and Middle. What in the heck is this? Middle Eastern. Oh yeah, Maryland Eastern. Excuse me. Yeah, you were part of that.
Yeah, Maryland Eastern. We played against them tonight. We beat them 93-61. They're a 2-6 team. Now DJ Horn was absolutely
2-6. You mean
2-6. DJ Horn.
Imagine if they were 2-16. Oh my.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt.
They end up being.
Yeah, but DJ Horn for this game was absolutely insane. He dropped 26 points. And yeah. Now there is one problem with our team. Just defense overall. Obviously, our starting center, DJ Burns, cannot get a rebound over any center. If the ball's not going right to him, he ain't going to get the ball. I mean, all he can do really is make hook shots and layups. And that's why he's on our team, because he's the best layup shooter in all of college basketball in my mind. He never misses. As Jalen Taylor scores 21 points on shooting 8 of 11. DJ Burns scored 15 points, shooting 7 for 9. Very good score. And now going to the Boston College game, we beat them in overtime, 84-78. Obviously, we got DJ Burns with 17, but you also have to look at how he was 8 for 19 from field goal. Definitely not good. And then Jaden Taylor, 5 for 8, 18 points. Very good game by him. DJ Horn, he was 7 for 16, but he got fouled a ton. He had 21 points. He really carried us through overtime. And then Casey Morcell, he was making threes in that game. He had 12 points. And then we got the forward on the bench, Mohamed Diarra. He had 18 rebounds in that game. Now him, for our team, is in there for rebounds and just rebounds. Our team cannot get rebounds half the time, and then this man comes in and gets 18. We really need this man to play more just for rebound purposes and defense.
And what are your thoughts on the upcoming schedule for NC State? Obviously, they got UT Martin, but then they go to Tennessee, who Carolina also played.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. UT Martin should be a win for us. And in Tennessee, I really hope we win because that would just show that we are a good basketball program this year. And yeah.
All right. So that's going to wrap up this episode of the TarPack podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Please follow us on Twitter if you have not already. Like and subscribe to this channel. And we will see you guys in the next one. Go Heels.
Go fast.